We have to shut them down.
I prefer a stand-up fight.
One of those goddamn dogs.
Clear the area outside the bunker entrance.
What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 PTS showcase. I'm going to show you guys the new gear set, one of the new gear sets that have been added to the game. Now, remember guys, this is just a PTS. Things can change at any time. They could upgrade certain items, they could nerf things, buff things. So just take it with a grain of salt. I'm just going to be giving my opinion on this gear set. As you guys saw from the footage, this is more of a status effect build. Now, you guys know me, I do enjoy status effect builds, and we never really had a great status effect build that really shines in PvE. And I feel like this is going to be pretty much like a pyro build in PvE that will allow you to kill an entire room of enemies with one chem launcher on heroic. It's really, really strong, and I'm going to show you guys it right now. Before we do, remember, I would say you can use whatever status effect you want. Bleed, burn, you can even use the other oxidizer if you want. It doesn't matter, but to be honest guys, burn is still very, very strong, and bleed is good, so I would focus on those two anyway. It's completely up to you. Remember, you need to make sure it is a status effect, because some of them don't actually count as status effects. So let's have a look. This is going to be the gear set. Now, I've kind of made a combo. I just wanted to showcase the chest piece and the backpack. On my previous one, for the healer build, I kind of went for what I would actually do instead of just using the chest piece and backpack. But with this gear set, I wanted to just showcase them completely. This is going to be the Eclipse Protocol set. Now, I've got this in combination with the new exotic mask. If you guys don't know what it does, I'll explain to you now. I also found out something pretty cool. So the mechanical animal is very strong. This one, I went through all these guns in my previous videos. If you guys didn't watch them, please go and watch them. So what happens is you get 3 skill tiers by killing up to 3 enemies, and you get overcharge if you are already on 6 tiers of your skills. Very strong, awesome. And I just actually found out that this perfectly future perfect. The future perfect is available on other weapons. So future perfect is actually available on other gun types. So rifles, I thought it was only specific to that gun. So weapon kills grant +1 skill tier for 15 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Weapon kills at skill tier 6 grant overcharge for 50 seconds. The cooldown seems to be longer. It's 90 seconds, and in the perfect, it's 80. So the difference is actually pretty good. So I'm loving this. I love this gun. You get a whole skill tier. 1 chem shot on overcharge is a beast. Even your hive, it's amazing. So the range is extended. Everything goes big time. So it's very fun to use. Also, this is the new Harmony gun. I like to use this as well. If you guys aren't aware of it, it's one of the best rifles in the game right now. Look at the magazine, it's massive. You get 50 rounds. And let me tell you something now. If you spec this into a rifle build, you can hit 1.7 million damage with a 300 RPM rifle. It's incredible. I will do a full review on that coming shortly. Hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 20% weapon damage. But if you have both those buffs up, which is easy to get, you get 40% weapon damage. So we're going to go over that in another video. So I'm using this mask with this gear set. The reason being is because if you buff your status effects, it means the bleed that you get from your pistol is going to be stronger. But with this, it kind of adds another status effect. So status effects also apply a damage over time debuff. So if you see this icon, it's different to the status effect damage. It's on top of it, so you're doing more damage. Now that's the reason why I put some explosive damage on my build, because it works off of that. So total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussion grenade damage and increased by your status effect attributes. So it's going to get buffed by status effects and your grenade damage. So that's why it's perfect to combine these two together. That's why I have got some explosive damage and status effect. That's how you fully optimize this mask right here. It's very strong, especially if you guys aren't using status effect builds. You can even use a firefly and you can put like a bleed on them. It doesn't count as a status effect, but it is its own like little status effect, and you can do it off just any kind, even the disruption pulse, which is really cool. It rolls with status effects and hazard protection. Very cool. So this is going to be the gear set right now. So I've gone for the chest piece and the backpack because I wanted to showcase this fully. So the 2 pieces status effect 15%, the 3 pieces skill haste and hazard protection, which is very nice. So it lowers your chance of actually killing yourself with the pyro launcher, which is interesting. Indirect transmission. So this is what makes it so good in a crowd control environment in PvE. So enemies that die while affected by your status effect spread those status effects to another enemy within 15 meters. Now that's going to be further away because of the chest piece and backpack talent. So, and it refreshed 50% of the duration, which is insane because that means that once you kill an enemy, it's going to refresh 50% and just keep burning or bleeding, and the damage you output, you can do a lot of damage and status effect in this game, and it keeps refreshing, and you can kill a whole room of NPCs. Like, it's quite funny because when you kill an NPC, the next wave that spawn in are going to be half dead already just from one chem shot. It's so good. It's really strong. So status effect, we're going to be maxing this out on every single piece. I've put skill haste as the mods. It's not really a build showcase, but I just wanted to showcase this actual gear set to you guys. So proliferation is the chest piece talent. Increases indirect transmission range from 15 meters to 20. And refresh percentage from 50 to 75%. So that will mean your status effects will go longer and keep doing damage to the enemies in the area, which is just really good. So I've gone with the holster, the gloves, the knee pads, the China light. This helps with the pistol and with the mask, the exotic mask. That's why I've gone for this explosive damage. Now you can go further into status effects if you want by using golden gear one piece. It's completely up to you if you wanted to change it up, but I've just gone for that because, like I said before, total damage dealt is equal to 50% of concussion grenade, which means more explosive damage, means more of that tick from the mask. Also with the pistol, this is going to be interesting because headshot kills create a 5-meter explosion, which means dealing 400% weapon damage. Now that works off of weapon damage, don't forget that. That's something I didn't mention. It's weapon damage that works off of, not explosive damage. And applying bleed to all enemies hit. So when you put them on the bleed, when you kill an enemy, it puts them on the bleed. Like you guys saw from the footage, you can kill a whole wave of NPCs by just shooting one guy and killing one guy because you've spec'd into status effects. So the synergy is incredible. So it works really great with this new exotic pistol, which is really strong. So let's go over the backpack. Now this is why I use the Eclipse Protocol backpack, is because amplifies all damage you deal to status effect targets by 15%. Now keep in mind that when the update drops, it's currently not implemented yet. I think we're going to get it in stage 2 or 3 of the PTS, but creeping death is going to be buffed. It's going to be stronger. So to be honest, I'd probably use creeping death with this build, but obviously it's not changed yet, so it's going to be still really good, but I would recommend using this when it gets changed. So that's why I just wanted to put that in there to let you guys know. So yeah, once you have that in mind, I think you can get an idea of how you're going to be using this build. I want to give everybody ideas. That's why I'm doing these showcase videos. So when it drops, you guys have an idea. If nothing really changes, you can kind of come up with something in your head already. Use this footage and come up with a kind of build that you want to focus on getting as soon as the update drops. Hopefully within 3 to 4 weeks. We're going to have to see. But this Eclipse Protocol build is just really fun to use, and I feel like skills especially status effects, are going to be prominent in TU10. They're going to do so much utility damage and area of effect damage. You'll be able to kill waves of NPCs with your skills, and you won't have to use 8 chem launchers to clear a room, maybe 1 or 2. So I really love the way that they've changed this gear, well, actually implemented this gear set as a status effect gear set. I've never seen one like this before. It's really, really good, and I hope you guys did enjoy this quick little update video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, agents.